You know, this one is personal for me. The Wildcats headed to Boulder, take on the CU Buffaloes, my personal hated rival. Let's see if we can get a win at Folsom Field. And things looking kind of good for us early on. 3rd and 5 initially. McGowan out the backfield, found by Zach. Another third down. Dowdell's first run in the game, 12 yards. And then Zach keeping it himself to get us in the end zone and up 7-0. A good first quarter ends on a bad note. Hit as he's throwing, Zach throws a pick. It's a bad pick anyway, because that was into coverage. And then 3rd and 7, Lewis gets the happy feet, breaks the pocket, and gets close to the red zone. Not too long after that, 4th and 5, Lewis again off to the races, able to keep him from getting in the end zone, but ultimately it wouldn't matter. Welch, just a couple yards out, gets in. 7-7. We respond, kinda. 3rd and 5, Brown drops the ball. That's okay. Well, almost not okay. Kick almost blocked, almost missed. But 10-7. Then this play, I don't know what happened there. Lewis got hit. The running back got hit. Somehow Lewis broke that tackle and those. But thankfully, we get a stop. And then big play here. Roy avoiding the tackle, getting close. 3rd and goal. McGowan can't get in this time, but we'll take the field goal to start the fourth quarter. So we're up 13-7. 3rd and 6 for the Buffaloes. David comes barreling through, fumble, but the Buffaloes recover. 4th and 16. The field goal down the middle, good. It's a 13-10 game. Then one of the weirdest plays of the game. That's a speed option, but instead of pitching it to the running back, looking at it again, you see running back to his right. He turns and pitches it to the tight end who's to his left, and it deflects off the defender right into the hand of the safety. Thankfully, thankfully, he lost his momentum. Probably surprised the ball came to him. Otherwise, that would have been a touchdown. So 13-13. Trying to get in the end zone, and Zach on 3rd and 7 inside the 10 checks out of a pass to a run. Good call. McGowan gets in the end zone. Kentucky retakes the lead. But Lewis chucking one deep, and Miller gets behind Hardaway. So the game is tied at 20. Big play here. Zach hit as he throws. Almost throws a pick. That would have probably ended the game on a pick 6. But Law, you just chuck one deep, and Law comes through with the catch. Single coverage. Walk-off win on the road. Kentucky. 4-0. Exciting fourth quarter. We get just enough points. Offensively, we had more yardage. You see, over 400 yards for us. Double the first downs. Running the ball, well, the quarterback had a lot to do with what CU had going on, but we didn't do a good job of containing it. And then turnovers. None for Colorado, 2 for us. That second one, a really odd one, but thankfully we're able to dodge the turnover bullets and come away with the win. Mr. Lewis, 11-20, a buck 35, a touchdown. You saw that at the end of the fourth quarter, near the end of the fourth quarter. On the ground, he also had 58 yards. Welch had 44, got into the end zone. And then in the receiving game, Miller leading the way. 3 catches, 61 yards, gets a touchdown. Catch a break from the other Miller, 2 for 42, but 2 drops. 1 key drop that would have converted on 3rd down. Sacks, Sam with 2, Walker with 1, and then you have a couple of guys hitting double-digit tackles, Stoutmeyer and McKinney and French with that big interception to end the first quarter. For Kentucky, Zach, 27-34, touchdown and a pick, 233 yards through the air. So not a great game, but not a terrible game. McGowan, touchdown. Zach touchdown, that fumble. I'm not even going to blame him for that. But McGowan and Dowdell both with over 13 carries and both over 80 yards. Law, 5 for 94 and a touchdown. That big touchdown to walk us off. Troy led the team in receptions with 7. And then defensively, David, the only one to get a sack. Tough to get to the backfield. Scott with 7 tackles to lead the way in that department. David also forcing a big fumble. If nothing else, that sack fumble helped us prevent them from going for it on 4th down. But with the win, we're 4-0. Now we can solely focus on conference play, because that's what it's going to be from here on out until we take on the Cardinals at the end of the season. But if he had told me we'd start 4-0, call you a liar. Great start for the Wildcats, and we'll see what is coming up in conference play.